Baboon TV presents 7 Deadly Fads. Number 1. Many germaphobes are addicted to hand sanitizer every time they shake hands, sneeze, or touch a subway pole, but some teens looking for a cheap high are using it in a highly disturbing new way. Kids are actually getting drunk off the over-the-counter cleanser, according to the LA Times. Most formulas contain 62% ethyl alcohol, and using salt to separate the alcohol from the sanitizer yields a potent 120 proof shot. After a few drinks, a person might be so drunk that medical intervention is necessary, as was the case with 6 teenagers with alcohol poisoning who checked into the ER at 2 hospitals in San Fernando Valley, California. Although it's currently a small problem, health officials worry the behavior might indicate a more widespread, dangerous trend, as teens have been known to use other household items like mouthwash or cough syrup to produce a buzz. If parents buy hand sanitizer, experts advise using the foam version versus the gel type because it's harder to extract the alcohol. Number 2. The trend seems harmless enough at first. Planking involves lying face down on the ground in an unexpected place and then uploading a picture to Facebook or a blog to share with the world. And some of it is innocent, with teens and 20-somethings posting pictures of themselves face planted on tree branches and lawns. What isn't, kids who raise the ante with photos taken in dangerous places, on a rooftop, an escalator, or as in the recent case of a 20-year-old who just died while planking, balanced on a terrace railing 7 stories high. Australian Acton Beale is reportedly the first person to die from planking. Number 3. Originating in Russia, skywalking refers to an act where teens scale high buildings and structures without safety equipment and then photograph themselves at the pinnacle. Clearly not for those with a fear of heights, the craze took off when 19-year-old Russian student and photographer Marat Dupree began climbing onto rooftops to capture sky-high views. This past April, a gust of wind swept 5 skywalking teens to their death as they attempted to climb in the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Teenagers are constantly finding new ways to test limits within themselves and their environment, often experimenting with risky activities, says Dr. Dean Liev, a licensed psychologist specializing in children and teens in Orange County, California. This one could easily have a deadly outcome. Number 4. This new version of Russian roulette begins with teens raiding their parents' medicine cabinets for whatever prescription and over-the-counter pills they can find. They bring the pills to the party and mix them together in shot glasses or other cups and take them all at once to see the effect. The combinations may include OxyContin, Percocet, Valium, and Xanax. The dangers are tremendous, says Raskin. In addition to seizures, respiratory depression, and death, one could be allergic to a pill and go into shock, or it could be the combination of 1 or more pills with alcohol that could lead to addictive effects and death. Numerous recent news reports link pill parties to teens suffering from irreparable organ damage and even death. Number 5. Let's start with one of the most recent and work our way backward. Just days ago, a 14-year-old boy in Washington was seriously injured by playing a popular teen game known as the Duct Tape Challenge. Skylar Fish and his friends had tried the challenge before after seeing it trending on YouTube, which normally involves duct taping the participant to a pole so they have to break free. This time, Fish was duct taped standing up. Fish was injured when he tried to break out of his duct tape, causing him to fall and hit his head on a window frame in the concrete. The teen was left with a crushed eye socket that caused a brain aneurysm, as well as 48 stitches in his head. Fish says he's lucky to be alive. Number 6. How dangerous can 2 simple items everyone has in their home really be? The answer is very dangerous, actually. Teens are participating in the Salt and Ice Challenge, requiring only a handful of salt and a few ice cubes to play. To complete the challenge, the participant must pour salt in their hand, add some ice cubes, and see how long they can hold the salt and ice together in a closed fist. Some versions of the challenge require friends to hold the salt and ice mixture against the participant's skin. Whoever can hold the salt and ice the longest and endure the most pain wins. Teens are giving themselves 2nd and 3rd degree burns with this dangerous game. Number 7. Generally, parents would want their teens to use condoms versus remain unprotected. But in this case, we're not talking about utilizing condoms for sexual activity. If your teen takes the condom challenge, he's going to snort a condom through his nose and pull it out of his mouth. Yes, really. It's hard to imagine how one wins this condom snorting challenge other than not choking to death. Thanks for watching another amazing video. Don't forget to subscribe for more.